All right, thanks, Samantha. 9:02 your time. We're going to get back to the breaking news we've been following this morning out of Louisville. A deadly wreck along I-35.
Yeah, they're saying it was the icy roads that contributed to this accident. We just talked with Trooper Lonnie Haschel from Texas DPS live on the air just a couple minutes ago. He says this accident happened just before 4 this morning, and witnesses are saying that a pickup truck hit an icy patch over the Lake Louisville Bridge and then careened out of control, smashing through a guardrail and then into the lake. It took emergency crews, including divers. Imagine that water temperature. Divers several hours to reach the driver who did die in that crash.
This now the second fatality that we know of related to the weather. We had a fatal crash on Thursday evening along I-20. So it just underscores how serious this storm has been, particularly for those people who did have to get out on the roads.
And we should mention that happened in Arlington. We've been paying so much attention to Denton because they were hard hit. So it just certainly speaks to the reach of the storm and how dangerous it actually is.
Fortunately, the high five in North Dallas, always an area to watch, but so far this morning has been looking a little better.
Yeah, we just heard Samantha say things were moving along fairly well. Jeff Smith has been there live for us all morning long. Jeff, last time we saw you, we saw some power trucks going up the interstate behind you. What else have you seen?
Well, the good news here is that traffic is moving smoothly this morning. It is starting to get more crowded behind me, but we have not noticed any problems this morning. A lot of cars on these ramps are taking it slow, and that's what they should be doing, but we have not noticed any delays of any kind. Now, we have not seen any TxDOT trucks this morning. But we have seen plenty of power trucks. We did get video a short time ago of some of those power trucks navigating these bridges and these overpasses. Obviously, tens of thousands of people still without power. Encore saying that power may not fully be restored until tomorrow. So it is obviously good news to see so many power trucks out here on the highways getting to the neighborhoods and the places where they need to be in order to restore power. But back live here, again, traffic is starting to pick up, but the good news is, frankly, we have not seen any problems. The roads look pretty good. Again, they have not been treated since we've been out here for the last few hours, but they were treated multiple times before this storm, and right now you can see plenty of concrete. But again, traffic moving pretty smoothly. Guys, back to you.
All right, it looks like people on those main lanes are getting pretty confident, moving along pretty quick this morning. So be careful, though, because the icy patches can sneak up on you in an instant.
Yeah, of course. That's what we've seen all morning long. The biggest travel issues have been in Denton, not just this morning, but over the course of the storm. I-35 is still a parking lot right now. NBC5's Brian Scott is live in Denton right now for us. Set the scene for us. What do you see?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's a little deceptive behind me right now. We've got a bit of a gap as some trucks have had a little bit of room to move forward and others have hung back. But let me zoom in for you and give you a little bit better picture of the situation out here on I-35, where trucks are still, yes, absolutely stranded. As I say, there's been a little bit of movement out here, but very, very little at that. A lot of truckers, the police have told me, just stopped for the night and have just hung here, hoping that the road gets a little bit better and it clears up, but so far that has not been the case. I also want to show you here where you see right now, we're not even looking at necessarily all interstate there. A lot of that is frontage road. Yes, the frontage road out here on northbound I-35E is now even backed up to Loop 288. You can't even get past here on the frontage road right now. So at this point, the interstate and its frontage roads out in Denton County at this point, not passable, not travel, no travel advised out here, definitely, by the Texas Department of Transportation. We've been hearing from them all morning. I'm going to echo that and tell you, if you can stay away from I-35, definitely do, because at this point, you're not going to be getting anywhere out here. Guys?
Yeah, certainly the case. Brian, you know, just by nature of your shot, we've been paying a lot of attention to the trucks that are there. What about some of the cars? And I ask that because, you know, the semi-trucks, it might be uncomfortable, obviously, for them to be there, but they do have sleeper cars and they carry a little bit more resources than people in regular cars. Are you seeing cars stuck out there also?
We are seeing a few cars here and there. It's, for the most part, it is semis, but definitely as this thing's backed up even further, we're seeing more and more cars lining up here trying to get through. As I say, I got out of here around 6 a.m. At that point, the backup was only to about the north side of Denton. Now, as I'm looking down into the city of Denton, you can't see where it ends. So this backup is very, very deep here in Denton County right now.
All right, Brian Scott for us in Denton. Let's head north to McKinney, check on conditions up there.
Kendra, Lynn has been there off of 75 and 121, standing on a sheet of ice, looking at a roadway that isn't much better, Kendra.
Well, Eric, just within the last 5 minutes, we actually saw an NTTA truck come down the ramp here from 121 heading down 75, dropping another load of sand salt mixture. They're also using some de-icer here on these overpasses, trying to make these roads safer for the drivers who are out hitting the road this morning. We did see another TxDOT truck probably within the last hour or so hit this side road here with drivers who are trying to take the service road from 75 to 121 here. But if you do look off to the side here, we are on this ice here. This is a road that is not used. It's a service road right now for construction, but these are what some of the side streets that are not being treated do look like, what you might be encountering in the neighborhoods. And into McKinney, we were driving around earlier this morning, and we are seeing that there are some streets that have grooves from where cars have passed through, but that froze overnight because we had that hard freeze. So you do want to be careful trying to navigate through that if you do have to hit the roads this morning. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Kendra. Of course, our winter weather coverage continues this morning, and we continue talking about the road conditions as we've just heard of another fatal wreck this morning. A dangerous situation out there on the roads.
Here's a live look for you at High 5 in North Dallas, where it's slow going, but drivers are moving through. We've got your continuing weather coverage ahead on NBC5.